Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beautiful Chaos, and if it's your first time to be here, welcome love. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Now this channel is mostly about travel opportunities, so if this is the content that you would so much love or you are invested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and share the videos to the rest of the people. Now my people, I have come here with an issue that is ongoing. I have been walking in the streets for the past few days that from the day the DV lottery has opened. Now, what I have realized is that a lot of us who applied in the early days have already made mistakes. Now, some of these mistakes we can be able to correct. But some of these mistakes, unfortunately, they already have ruined your chances of winning the DV lottery. Now, how am I going to do in this video? Because there are some who haven't applied, who are really waiting, and there are some who have already waited. I am going to try and divide the video into two parts. The first part, we are going to talk about the people who have not yet applied. Now, if you remember very well, I actually mentioned in my last video that take your time, and I did advise you that do not apply in the first few days, and make sure you also do not apply in the last few days. Now, I did give my reasons to this, which I am going to reiterate in this video. The reason number one being, first one, when you apply in the first days, the website is overwhelmed. A lot of people are trying so hard to apply, and you are going to face challenges when you are about to receive your confirmation number. Now, I did mention to you that the only way you know that you have actually applied and your application is really successful is when you receive this confirmation number. Now, the problem that comes with the website or the site doing all those things whereby you have to wait, sometimes you think because of the network and the issues, you will think that your application did not actually go through. Now, what will happen is you will go back to the website and try and reapply for the second time, yet there was just a delay for you to receive your confirmation number. Okay, so when you go to the website and reapply, then you submit again for the second time and think that maybe this time it will be fast and give you the what do you call it, the confirmation right away, or maybe it will do the same thing and you will go over the process as many times as you can. I mean, it's not your problem. You could think that it's not going through, so I have to redo it. Now, unfortunately, the problem there is that the first time you actually applied, it could have gone through. And because the website is overwhelmed, everybody is on it, now it's going to take time until your confirmation really comes to you. Now, what has happened there is that you have entered a double entry. Now, there are major concerns with the double entry. Now, if you do read the instructions of the DV Lottery 2024, it is clearly stated that double entry is not allowed, and therefore you are disqualified. So, as much as you think being in the early zone and trying to apply as early as everybody else is a good thing, it's also a bad thing, because you could actually be entering into a zone where you do double entry without your knowledge. So this is the other reason why I actually say relax, do take your time, and don't apply in the first step. So if you haven't applied, this is one of the reasons why I have been telling you to wait, then you can apply later. Okay, so the second reason why I am really encouraging people to desist from applying the first days is because you need time to perfect your DV lottery photos with all the requirements that are given. I mean, it's not one requirement. You need time. You need time to verify information for everybody who is included, especially if you're a married person or you're entering with a lot of people. You need time to verify all the information for your dependents. Now, I have seen a lot of people going about saying, oh, I forgot to fill about 2 of my children. I did this, I did this. This is definitely a problem because you are supposed to fill everything correctly. Now, your first name is your first name. If you actually mix up your names, that is another problem because you are supposed to fill in the DV lottery correctly. Now, there is no rush in trying to fill this form, so take your time. The first time you can open it, watch through the questions, know the questions that are actually being asked. You go out there, you do your research, you come back, take your week, take your 2 days, take your 3 days to actually understand. Then you come back and you do fill everything correctly. Now, the third reason why I am advising everybody to stay away from applying in the first few days is because as much as we need time to actually fill the form, we also need to be prepared ourselves to really understand everything that is going on and to really understand if you actually qualify for the DV lottery. Because some of us are already rushing into the application. But there comes a question, do you actually apply, or are you amongst the eligible people in this whole thing? So take your time and you make sure that number one, you are eligible. Number two, do you understand the questions before you actually get to applying? Gather as much information as you can. You can open the form, okay, and read through the questions and know what is required, and take your time to fill the questions. It's not a must for you to open and fill there and then. Number four, I don't know if the numbers are adding up. If it's number 4, okay, fine, I'm right. If it's number 5, it's okay. Just listen to the information, okay? So this other point that I'm trying to get to you is that whether you apply on the first day or on the last day, the draw is going to be held after everybody has closed. In other words, I'm not saying if you apply fast, you have a higher chance of actually winning the DV lottery, because no draw will be held with only the first 2 people who did. The draw will be held when everybody else is applied and the time has stipulated has overlapped. So there is actually no rush. There's no reason why you put yourself into this situation. So please make sure that you don't apply as early as trying to rush yourself into this thing. No, there is actually no rush. So take your time and do apply. Now, for this video not to be long, I am going to end it here. Now, in my next video, I will be on part 2, where I talk about people who have actually already applied, like the mistakes that I am seeing around. Are there any ways to rectify these mistakes? Now, if you definitely haven't applied, take these things into consideration before you apply. We are just 2 days in. There is no rush whatsoever. Steady down and make sure that you go through everything. If there are any questions or anything that you need help, you are free to DM me on Instagram. I'm always happy to help. You're feel free to send me an email, or you're free to actually write in the comment sections. I will try as much as I can to reply everybody. Now, my loves, this is from me to you. Until next time, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to the channel.